About that, pretty sure anyone that was watching this probably already left by now. So now I'll just talk to myself, but like to the girlfriend, right? Got her shit here. Anyway, love you. Back to this. So now my dog's at my door. Oh my gosh. Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. My favorite fight. Obviously, you see the picture right above me. My favorite fight, and I think it's fight of the night. And it's a great featherweight fight for the interim title. It really is just a really good fight. And, oh my god, I'm falling apart. Josh Emmett, it really has just come to his own in like recently, like, I don't know, I want to say 3 years, 2 years. After his Shane Burgos fight, I was like, holy shit, dude. Anyone he fights next, I got Josh Emmett. So I picked Josh Emmett against Dan Ige. I picked him against Calvin Kattar. And I'm picking him against Yair Rodriguez. I just think Josh Emmett's powerful. I think his power is going to be too much for Yair. I don't think Yair's fought anyone that's got that one punch power, you know? Like Max Holloway's a beast, probably one of the featherweight goats. But I just think Josh Emmett's power is going to get it done. Yair's Rodriguez, if he keeps his distance really well and throws a lot of kicks to the body, maybe a spinning elbow once in a while, but I think Josh Emmett, I hope he's really technical, maybe brings in some of his wrestling, his D1 wrestling that he's got in the back pocket. That's the thing though, you know, I hope, I wish, this and that, like, you don't know what a fighter's going to do every time if he wants to sit and strike with Yair, which that's usually his game, is to strike. But I wish he incorporated some of his D1 college wrestling in the back pocket he's got. I wish he would bring it out more. But you look at his resume, he knocked out Michael Chandler. That was nasty. Ricardo Lamas. When he knocked out Ricardo Lamas, that was scary as fuck, dude. Ricardo Lamas, when he knocked him out, was nasty. When he fucking beat Cristo Gallegos in the WFC back in 2016, that was nasty. Shane Burgos, I thought he knocked him out. He almost knocked him out. The Calvin Kattar fight, dog. I mean, this guy's in fight of the night, submit bonuses, knockout bonuses, all that shit, constantly. So I'm taking him. And those are my favorite fights, obviously, hands down. And I want to do those first. And I'm sorry for that interruption. Hopefully I can cut that. But if I can't, I do it live. It's just for fun. So on to the next fight. Justin Tafa versus Parker Porter. And I did this for a reason, because very quickly the whole card gets very boring. Not very boring, I'm sorry. They're fucking fighters. I love UFC. I'm just saying. There is a lot of debuts, and you know, my boy Tommy, he needs to be on one of these cards. Tommy could be on one of these for sure. They don't even have a heavyweight. They have one heavyweight fight. The whole entire card. The boy Tom could be on. Anyway, Justin Tafa versus Parker Porter. It's going to be a good fight. Parker Porter's tough, big boy. He's skilled. He's got good grappling. He's got good stand up, good boxing, everything. He's good. And Justin Tafa, I think the age, we've seen him quite a few times, but when he hits you, man, or when he gets on top of you and he's ground and pounding you, if he hits you standing up, if he hits you with all his might, you're going to sleep. And it doesn't even have to be like a perfect punch, you know, a perfect punch sequence that his head turned, all that, whatever. He's going none. But then you look at his resume and it's like, Jared Vandera, he loses to Carlos Felipe. He just doesn't have anyone really on his resume that's like worth like, oh yeah, he's gonna beat him for sure. And Parker Porter, he's older now. He's a UFC vet though. He's battle tested and he gets the shit done when it comes time. I mean, you look at his, Chase Sherman, this and that. Like he TKO'd this Brunstruck guy. I mean, back in 2019. But it's like he can do that. Not to say just if Justin Tafa stays out the way or and he gets touched, Parker Porter can put you to sleep. I want to stay away from this fight, but if I were to have to pick it, which I'm going to lean towards Justin Tafa a little bit. It's in Australia. He's Australian, fighting on New South Wales, and the NTG Fight and Fitness where he trains. There's good fighters there, and he's just. I just think the younger in age and the power, I think he's going to go out there in the first round and probably try to get it done. And I can't believe I didn't show this, but I love this. Love this click. I just got to show this. Shit though. That doesn't get you pumped up, right? So there's a lot going on though. That fight's gonna be awesome. So I'm moving to what the hell happened there? Alright, I'm sorry. Justin Tafa, I skipped this fight, which I wanted to talk about way more anyway. Jack Della Maddalena versus Randy Brown. Holy shit, that's a good fight. Jack is skilled. He's a prospect coming out of Australia. A lot of people want to see him win, including me. And Randy Brown is a huge step up in competition for Jack Della Maddalena. And his last few fights, though, look at this. Last 3 fights are all knockouts in the first round. The dude's skilled on the feet, and he's slick, and he's technical and precise, and he kind of lulls you into wanting to fight him because he'll sit there and feint a lot and get you. He's just picking your brain. But Randy Brown, he's gonna have a reach advantage. And he's going to be taller and shit. He's 6'2". Jack Della is 5'9". They're both in their prime. I want to pick Jack Della because he's on his uprise. But then you also look at like Randy Brown's, who he's fought and stuff. It's like, damn, this dude's battle tested. He beats Alex Oliveira in round 1 with a submission. Then he goes and beats Jared Gooden. Let's go back on this. Look at this. He's got shit popping. Look. 2017, you just keep going back. It's like, holy shit, I didn't know this guy fought all these people. 2017, Mickey Gall beats him, right? That's a good win. And then he fights Bilal Muhammad. Like that's aging really well because Bilal's going to be, he's a top 5 contender in the welterweight division. And then he goes and fights Nico Price and gets knocked out. Really good fight, though. Was winning it. And then he comes back. Submits Worley Alves in the second round, which, by the way, that guy's beating Colby Covington. That's it. Colby's loss. Or no, yeah, Worley Alves. And then he knocks out Brian Barberena, who's tough as fuck. And then he fights Vicente Luque, rightfully so, and gets beat by Vicente Luque, but who doesn't really lose to him? That dude's a fucking stud. And then he fights Gooden, gets a win. Then he comes back and fights freaking Alex Oliveira, who's really, it goes Oliveira, then Randy Brown. Really good. Anyway, I'm only doing this, and then Chaos Williams. He's a great fighter. This fight's gonna be really good. Really good. I just got Jack Della because of the hype. His prospect coming out of Australia, but this is where we'll know how good Jack Della is because Randy Brown don't want to call him a gatekeeper, but he's like the gatekeeper. Like, he's battle tested. He's UFC battle tested. He'll get in your face. He'll fight. That's what you want as an up and coming dude, though, with Jack Della. So this fight I'm really looking forward to as well. God, it's gonna be a really good fight. I think if Jack Della doesn't TKO him or knock him out, Randy Brown probably will, or it's gonna go to decision. It's gonna go 3 rounds, and if it does that, I think Randy Brown will probably get a decision victory. But I'm taking Jack Della. Taking Jack Della Madalena on a parlay, actually. Alright, moving on. Talked about Justin Tafa, Parker Porter. Now, Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menafield. Tough fight to call, even to look at. Like, you know, Jimmy Crute's fought tough guys. Alonzo Menafield has too. But this fight is kind of like that fight, you know, as if Jimmy Crute gets the ground game going and he stays on top and just kind of wears on Alonzo Menafield, gasses him out, and does what Jimmy Crute wants to do, then it's Jimmy Crute all day. If Alonzo Menafield hits him early in the first round, which he's looking for, that fucking power that Alonzo Menafield's got, that's where Alonzo's going to win the fight. And Alonzo Menafield's takedown defense is actually better than what people think. I want to say it's in like the 80% takedown range in the defense. Yeah, 82. So anyway, Alonzo Menafield, though, the dude, if he hits you, you're going none-night. And Jimmy Crute tends to throw straights, a lot of straights and shit, which I'm not a huge fan of. Kind of predictable. But the wrestling is where I lay him back on, and I'm taking Jimmy Crute. Great fight. I'm going to go through these quicker because we all came to, you know, for everything I've already said. So Jimmy Crute, I'm taking Jimmy Crute. I'm going, so far I got Islam Makhachev, Josh Emmett, Jack Della Madalena, Justin Tafa, Jimmy Crute, Tyson Pedro versus Modestas Bukauskas. I took Modestas Bukauskas. I just think Tyson Pedro's on a decline. A lot of people thought he was going to do really good. He's on a decline. And then I didn't bet this fight, but if I were to bet against the 7th fight, Joshua Kulabo versus Melsik Bagdasharian, I'm taking Melsik. I think he's going to be a little better, a little slicker. Okay, moving on, Shannon Ross versus Claytonson Rodriguez. Ross is tough as shit, and Rodriguez is tough as well. But what you really look for is, in that scenario, when they're both pretty new into, they're not, you know, this, excuse me. Shannon Ross just came from the Contender Series with a loss. He got knocked out. But what's weird is Dana White, well, it's not weird. Dana White saw how tough he was and still gave him a contract to get in the UFC. This dude's been fighting for a while, since 2010. So he's a long time coming. He's tested. This Rodriguez kid, he fought, oh shit, I didn't know. He fought on the Oliveira versus Gaethje card. And he lost in a split decision. So, this guy also, they're both new into the UFC. I think Shannon Ross pulls this out because he's really fucking tough. So yeah, after Melsik, then Shannon Ross, I'm taking Jamie Malarkey, and then I'm going Jack Jenkins, and then I'm going Supasara. They call her something else now. She's got a different freaking name or something. Yeah, Loma Lukamaneme. This girl's a Muay Thai champion in kickboxing. She's tough as fuck. Elise Reed is so hard to gauge and even understand as a fighter, like what she's gonna do. So I'm taking Lomachenko or whatever the hell her name is. I'm sorry if I butchered that. And then I'm going with your boy Blake Builder. Just coming off Dana White's Tendercon series. The dude's explosive as shit, you know? I don't know if you guys have seen one of his fights or not. But he goes in there swinging, and I'm taking him. Shane Young, although is going to have a reach advantage, it's going to be a good fight, boys. Going to be a good fight. Sorry I'm jumping around. I'm trying to give you a better view of these boys. There he is. That's Blake Builder. Guess what? Coming out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Whoop, whoop. Stand up, right? That's my boy. Not just because he's got my name. Minnesota boy. Dude's tough as shit. I'm taking Blake. And let's move on to the next fight. Shane Young's tough as hell too. But that's my pick. And then it's, which is so weird that Zubara Tukhov is the first fight of the night. You think he'd, like, I don't know, take Justin Tafa Parker Porter's spot? Tukharov's can be, like, he's going to be good in the lightweight division. No one understands this matchmaking. It's really fucking weird. But he's from Russia as well, one of Habib's boys. Pretty sure he hit up, gave a couple licks to McGregor that one day. When Habib fought him, y'all know, McGregor fans, you know that one day. That sticks with you forever. I'm taking Tukhov. Pretty much just based off of how this is like I think it was like 2 weeks that Brenner got a notice. It's like a short notice fight. Just step in. All right, I'll get, if I get paid, I'll step in there and just fucking throw down, right? I mean, this guy just got in the UFC. Like, this is his first fight in the UFC. Very first fight in the UFC, going to Australia, fighting Tukhov. I don't see it happening, so I'm taking that. So, with that being said, I feel like I was scrambling so much on this one. Sorry. I had to go get the girlfriend's purse and all that, so I'm a little scrambled. But my picks for Saturday on a parlay. I have a 10-fight parlay bet with Tukhov, right? Zubara, Blake Builder, Loma Lukamane, Lukamane, Jamie Malarkey, Modestus Bukakis, Jimmy Crute, Justin Tafa, Jake Della Maddalena, Josh Emmett, Islam Makhachev. And then I have a 6-fight parlay: Islam Makhachev, Josh Emmett, Jake Della Mandela, Jimmy Crute, Justin Tafa, Jamie Malarkey. And I'm probably going to make one more. Alright guys, if you stuck this long, I really appreciate it. Let's enjoy the fight Saturday night, right? And if you enjoyed it, please hit the like and subscribe. I appreciate you all, and we'll see you next time, right? Peace.